Hello, you are all welcome to my channel. If you are struggling with some or all of the topics on the quant section of the GRE or the GMAT, and you are looking for a competent tutor to assist and help you get the very high score you need to pursue your postgraduate studies, then this video is for you. But first of all, let's take a look at this question. John and Karen begin running at opposite ends of a trail until they meet somewhere in between their starting point. So let's say let's place John here at a particular point since they are standing at opposite ends and Karen is at this other point. So now in between their starting points, they each run at their respective constant rate until John gets a cramp and stops. If Karen runs 50% faster than John, who is only able to cover 25% of the distance before he stops, what percent longer would Karen have run than she would have had John been able to maintain his constant rate until they meet? So we are told that the speed, Karen's speed is 50% more than that of John. So if John's speed is x, Karen's speed is 1.5x. So what they are asking us is if both of them run towards each other, that means the point where they will meet will be closer to where John is standing than from the position of Karen. So we are told now that John had a cramp and stopped running after he had covered 25% of the distance. So that means if he had a cramp and stopped running, he will not be able to get to the point where they will meet if he had no cramp. So that means Karen will now have to cover a much longer distance. So we are asked to find the percentage increase in the length of the distance covered by Karen. So you can see that this particular question is testing a deeper understanding of the concept of rates and ratio. So now we know that speed equals distance over time. So from this formula, we can see that speed and distance are directly proportional. So I can use that concept to find out the ratio of their distance. So if this John's speed is x and Karen's speed is 1.5x, that means the ratio of their speed is 1.1 ratio 1.5. So if I convert this to an integer, I multiply by 2, it gives me 3 ratio 2. So if this is the ratio of their speed, definitely this as well will be the ratio of their distance. Now, let us now look at the ratio of the distance they covered when John had the cramp. So if John had a cramp, he will be able to cover 25% of the distance. Then that means Karen will cover 75%. So the ratio of these two distances will be, this is 5 here is 5, 5 here is 1, this is 5. So we have 3. So another ratio is 3 to 5. So now from here, since they are talking about distance, the sum of ratio will be 5. So if we add this, the sum of ratio of this will be 5. The sum of ratio of this will be okay, sorry. So something 5 here is okay, sorry. So this is so 5 here is 5, 5 here is 1, this is 15, 5 here is 3, 5 here is 1. So the ratio of the distance here, if John had a cramp, will be 4. The ratio of their distance, if John did not have a cramp, will be 5. So since we are talking about distance, we multiply this by 4 and multiply this by 5 to have the same value. That means you are looking for the LCM of 5 and 4. The reason is because we are talking about this distance. Okay, for the sake of balancing, we now adjust the ratios so that they have the same sum of ratios now. So this will be 20 on this side This will now be 20 on this side, since we are talking about the same distance. So the same factor by which you multiply the sum of ratio will multiply all the other values. So we multiply this by 4. So definitely 4 times 3 will be 12 here. So 4 times 2 will be 8 here. So 5 here will be 15. 5 here will be 5. So from the new ratio will now be, now the ratio of when John did not have a cramp and he was able to complete the journey until he meets with Karen will be 8:12. Now when he now had a cramp, he was unable to attain that distance, it will be 5:15. So from here you can clearly see that in the first case, Karen was able to cover 12 units. In the second stage, she was able to cover 15 units. So from these values, we can calculate the percentage increase of the distance she was able to cover. So that means we now need to calculate percentage increase from 12 to 15. So the formula for percentage for percent increase would be, so let me erase this section. The formula for percent increase will be increase over original value times 100/1. So the increase from 12 to 3, that is 3 units. Original value is 12. Original value is 12. That means we are going to have 3/12 times 100/1. So this is 1. This is 4. So which ultimately give us 25%. So the distance, it will be able to cover 25% more distance. So our answer will be 25 for this particular question. So that is all for today. Now, if you consider the video helpful, so you can, I'll drop my WhatsApp number on the comment section. So if you are interested and you need my service, so we can just pick it up from there. Thanks for coming to my channel once again. So for those of you that have not subscribed, you can hit the subscribe button so that you can be able to see more of these videos. Thank you. Until we meet again next time. Bye bye.